Alrighty, so welcome to this video. This is the introduction to sales and marketing funnels, and I'm very excited to present this training to you today because it's super important. And obviously, we're going to get into the flow diagrams. We're going to get into defining the conversion mechanisms, the types of traffic, the mid-funnel content, the bottom of the funnel content, the top of funnel content, all the lead capture mechanisms, all the different types of funnels, blah, 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 blah. The math behind everything, super important. But before we get into that, I want to explain some of the high level principles behind all of this stuff. Because if you can understand what's really going on in your funnel and in your business, then you'll be able to navigate the technical stuff a lot easier. So the first thing I want to show you is the help you understand the energy that it takes to turn a cold prospect into a happy paying customer. Now, most people have no idea how much energy it takes to turn a cold prospect into a happy paying customer. I'm talking ice cold. They don't know you from a hole in the wall. They never heard of you. They never heard of your product. They don't know anything about you. And then all of a sudden, in the shortest amount of time possible, they are a happy paying customer. Now, in order to do that, in order to take this ice cold prospect to a happy paying customer, it requires a ton of energy input. Now, for those of you who remember your physics lessons from high school, you might recall that the energy is measured in joules or kilojoules or calories, wherever you are in the world. The energy can be modeled by this equation, the force, right? The force in newtons times the distance in meters. So we're applying a force, this is what this green arrow is, to this mass here. We're applying this force over this distance, and of course, in order to move the object, we need to apply this energy. We have to input this energy into the system to get this object over here, okay? So let's pretend that this object is an ice cold prospect and we're turning them into a happy paying customer, okay? So let's get into it. So remember, energy, the work, okay? The work is the force times the distance. Now, there are tons of different ways to apply energy into this system. Now, let's just start from the very top. Usually, you're gonna start off by getting an ad in front of somebody, or maybe sending them an outbound prospecting message. You're getting someone's attention, and this is really important. So let's just, and I modeled this based on my experience in terms of relative energy levels. Okay, so outbound prospecting and ads is really important. Let's say that we put together an outbound prospecting message, we put together an ad, and someone watches our ad or reads our message, and 200 joules is put into the system. Now they're in our world. We move this ice cold prospect just a little bit down the path. Then they're going to engage with some sort of top of funnel content or a case study or something. So now they're in our world, and we're going to input some more energy, and we're going to give them this really great case study or this article, and this moves them down the path a little bit. Then we have our landing page. They visit our sales page and they read some sales copy. Oh, and they're down the funnel a little bit more. We inputted 50 joules of energy into the system. Then this is where a lot of the heavy lifting is done. The video sales letter or webinar, okay? This brings them down the funnel even more. If you create a really good video sales letter or webinar, or what we call mid-funnel content, this can do a ton of heavy lifting for you, okay? Then we have our email marketing automation loop, so that we're sending emails automatically every day, 20 joules. Then we get them on a demo and we confirm the demo. There's another 10 joules. Then we get them on a demo, okay? So then we bring them even further down the path. That's 200 joules, or even sometimes even more. It could be, that's actually a little bit more than the video sales letter. So I'm going to say this is 400 joules. Okay. Then they see a customer community or some sort of customer community that brings them further down the funnel. Then they get a personalized follow-up. boom, further down the funnel. And then they see a reference check or they have some video testimonials, and then boom, they become a customer. And then they see your customer success process, and boom, they become a happy customer. Okay? So notice how much energy it takes to turn an ice cold prospect into a customer. Now, I also have this line here that says a product or reference from your current customer. Notice that this, I made this 10,000 joules. So if you have a reference from a customer, this is why it's so easy to sell referrals, because it does so much heavy lifting. One referral, you don't even need ads. You don't even need demos. You don't need anything. You don't need follow-ups. The customer already did the selling for you and inputted so much energy into the system. So if you were really smart, you'd probably want to focus on getting more of these types of customers. But in this program, we're going to be explaining how to bring these ice cold prospects down the funnel in a repeatable manner. Okay, again, we're following a straight line here. The shortest possible distance between two objects is a straight line. We're going to be using a straight line to bring them down the funnel. And so that's how we're going to be thinking about building our assets. That's how we're going to be thinking about building our product or our funnels, our pages, our video sales letters. We want to understand that we have to input energy into the system to get the prospect from point A to point B over here. So I hope this helps. And we're going to get into some of the technical stuff and some of the flow diagrams in the next video, but I want you guys to understand this principle because it's very, very helpful. All right, we'll see you in the next video.